Hi, I'm Chris with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, here to bring you a bit of news about Verizon cracking down on a certain subset of customers who have unlimited data plans. In this case, Verizon has actually confirmed that they are terminating customers who have service in certain rural areas that are part of Verizon's LTE in Rural America program and have been using too much excessive data in these territories. So this Verizon's LTE in Rural America program has been around since 2010, and it is a program that Verizon set up for rural carriers, small carriers in small towns, cellular carriers, to get access to Verizon's LTE technology and devices, compatible devices, and in return they built out their cell towers in a way that was compatible with Verizon's network, and then Verizon devices were able to roam seamlessly onto this. This is kind of the little secret of how Verizon was able to build out such a great, unrivaled rural area coverage map. Behind the scenes, it's not always Verizon coverage. It's a lot of these little companies. And there are 21 carriers now that are part of the Verizon LTE in Rural America program, including some pretty big ones like a Bluegrass Cellular that covers a huge chunk of the center of Kentucky, and Chat Wireless, which covers a big chunk of Iowa, and several others all over the country. What's going on behind the scenes is this mutual roaming between Verizon and these little regional carriers, but Verizon never implemented any way to enforce their roaming limits when you're in these places. So the Verizon's 22 gigabyte per month network management or 10 gigabyte per month throttling limit for hotspot usage on the new unlimited plans were not being enforced in these areas, and some people started to figure out that they could replace their home service, even cancel their local cellular plans, and just completely go to town using immense amounts of data. Well, that turned the win-win deal for Verizon into a lose-lose for them and their carrier partners, and Verizon is exercising their rights to unilaterally cancel the contracts or cancel the plans for all these customers who are under contract, who have crossed whatever Verizon's internal threshold for excessive uses. The one upside is Verizon is offering to pay off any remaining phone payment plans for any of the customers who have been canceled. But now we're starting to hear RVers wonder, like, if I travel into one of these places, one of these communities, A, how will I know that I'm in one of these Verizon roaming areas? And B, will I get canceled too? Ominous thunder. So Verizon so far is only canceling people who have billing addresses that are in these rural communities and who have used excess data. But in the future, they might continue to expand this out to cancel service for RVers who might be using, doing extended stays in some of these places. So to keep track of whether you're in a Verizon rural LTE in Rural America area, you can look at Verizon's coverage maps, and in particular, when you use our app Coverage, they're tinged a slightly pinker shade of red on the Verizon LTE layer. So you can look up these local carriers and see if you might be in an area subject to this. So keep an eye out. Verizon definitely does not like these plans being used this way, and stay safe.